Hi guys, Ashley Williams here. I'm at Immortal Tamworth in Greece. I've been here once before. I'm teaching front headlock this time. We're focusing on the anaconda choke. I hope you will enjoy.
When are you coming back training, bro?
Anyway.
Biggest biceps in the gym.
Good.
That's very close.
This is very, very close.
Well, that's really close, that is.
No, I don't know, just pose.
Back in the room, back in the room.
Back in the room.
Hello, all good, Rob?
Yeah, tell us your best joke.
The best joke? My MMA career. That's probably it, to be fair.
How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Right, guys. So this is Ash. If you're here, you probably know who he is. If you're just here and you don't know who he is, then I don't know why you're here. But like, he's down today. He's going to be teaching a seminar. He's been on a big tour all around the UK, and he's got some really awesome stuff to show. So I'll leave you in his hands.
Alright guys, so first of all, just thanks for coming out tonight. Okay, I really appreciate it. Obviously it's my livelihood. And for you guys, obviously you're investing your time and effort and obviously financial commitment to learning some more Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously I hope by the time I leave here you obviously think that investment was worth it and you've got something to improve, you improve part of your game. Obviously, okay, like I can't guarantee that I can show you what I can show you, yeah? So, as in, I'm going to do my best to show you the techniques and why I do them the way I do them. I always say that it's only my opinion, that's the crucial thing. Alright, so I might show a technique and go like, look, I do this like this. And then one of you might go like, oh, I watched a Gordon instructional and he said to do it like this. Well, just fucking do it like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't always say, I can only show you what I do and why. And then it's up to you to trial it, practice it, and give it a go. Okay. I'm a pretty open, straightforward book, guys. You can ask me any questions you want throughout the 2.5 hours or so I'm here. So ask me anything you want about training, competing, anything in between. I probably wouldn't say like ask me about diet or lifting, just because I just pay coaches for those things myself. All right. So I don't regurgitate their information or I just wouldn't give you the best information. Alright, when it comes to competing, when you pass Jiu-Jitsu, I'm going to show front headlock today. But if there's a part of the game you want me to show, like at the end, you go like, oh, what would you do in this position, or how would you finish this submission, or any tips from this scenario, I can just give you the best advice I can give you. Alright? When I coach guys, feel free to move around, get a better view, whatever you want. Okay, I always think like, when I'm learning, I always like front and centre, like I always try to get the best view I can. I don't know what the cool kid at the bus approach is these days, but some people sit beside the mat and you're coaching over here and you're like, you can't fucking see anything, man. And then when you go, can I help? I'm trying to go, no. I mean, like, you didn't care I was teaching, like, at least come and watch what I'm showing, yeah? So, guys, just make sure you can see a kid, you've got effort. Whilst I'm coaching, I will ask a lot of questions, and they're not rhetorical, okay? So, like, I'm expecting someone to just chirp up and say, like, oh, I will try this, alright? If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. If anything, it's better, because it's funny, alright? If you get it right, brilliant, because it just reinforces your information. Okay, so when I'm coaching again, I will ask a few things, and you just want to blurt something out, that's cool, okay? Helps the momentum keep going. Alright, so we're going to cover off basically how to get to the top from a front headlock, and then in particular the anaconda submission. So what I just quickly want to check is belt level, guys. So if you're white belt, put your hand up. Ooh, Okay, alright. Brother. Blues. Purples. Browns. Black. Alright guys, okay, this is what we call a tough day in the office, but don't worry, I'm prepared for such things, right? So don't stress, alright? That's my specialty, yeah? So, everything I teach guys is super beginner or advanced friendly, because I don't show anything hard or complicated. Right? Even though I don't believe anything is hard or complicated in Jiu-Jitsu, at the end it's just how it's broken down and how you take it in. But everything I show is super fundamental. But I class it as I show like very advanced details on fundamentals. Okay, so if you are a novice or a beginner, it should help you massively in your approach to the game. Alright, so if you're a white belt here and you actually never seen me compete or know who I am, I actually really appreciate you coming out tonight, and hopefully after this you will follow my career a little bit, or obviously just thanks for supporting Reese and helping me at the academy. Alright, white belts again, who's trained for less than 4 weeks? Alright, less than 6 weeks? 10 weeks? 10 weeks?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Right.
Brad. Yeah. Alright, sick. Brad, now I'm going to ask you a question. And all you've got to say is yes or no, right? And if you can't say it, just... Alright, what I'm going to do, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what guillotine is? Perfect. Alright, so basically Brad guys, he knows what it is. I'm going to assume everybody else in the room knows what it is also. Okay? It's just an easy way of vetting whether we're bullshit or not. Okay? Because sometimes you go in the room and you're like, oh guys, it's just one. I was like, yeah! And then you go, alright guys, drill it. And I was like, what was that again? And you're like, oh come on man. Alright? So Brad knows it, I'm going to assume everyone else knows it. And we'll go from there. Alright? I will demonstrate on loads of people tonight guys, I'll just ask randomly to borrow people. So if I ask you to come out guys, just come out, try to act normal. Alright, don't like tense up or just act mental, just chill. I'll do the work, you just gotta follow the command, okay? Just like sit still, for example, okay? That's just it's very easy to do, alright? So the first thing we'll look at is how to get to top position from the front headlock, alright? So essentially the way I look at Jiu-Jitsu is the hierarchy of it is simple. If you attack and expend energy, you should progress in the hierarchy of Jiu-Jitsu. As in, if you're standing, you should get a takedown. If you're in front of guard, you should pass. If you're inside, you should mount to back. Let's say someone's in mount on you, you expend, you want to get back to guard. Basically, if you output, you should receive something as a reward. If you output and get nothing as a reward, then you're just massively worse off. Because you're in the same position, but you're more tired. The easiest way to think about it in your head is if you're a climber and you are like clipping in every like 5 meters, whatever they do. Imagine just climbing like around circles and coming back to the same point, and then going, that was pretty fun. Alright, it's not, because your goal is to get to the top, yeah? So as in you want to progress up and then clip into the next position. So essentially if you go for a submission, minimum you should receive is a better position. If you ever go for a submission and you end up in a worse position, then you've definitely messed up, yeah, because you've expended massively. You were going for a finish, which is the highest point you can get, and now you've ended up at the bottom of the ladder again. Alright? So that for me is absolute waste of energy, and it's not the jiu-jitsu you should want to achieve. Alright guys, so I'll use you for okay? Alright, so I'll go here, okay? I would say like this angle will be the best for you, okay? So like something here, and I come with pipe, okay? So essentially, let's use it here for and turtle up and head that side. Okay, good. Alright, so basically we'll start with the turtle position, and we're just going to talk about the idea of tipping the person over, okay? So what a lot of people do with the guillotine, they go for a very linear approach on the spine, okay? So they push the head like this, chin to chest, okay? So they go straight down, straight lines like this, which isn't bad, okay? It's not bad. But the truth is, anyone like remotely competent or wants to stay on top, they can still like expand the back and chest here and they can stay strong, okay? So essentially the way I look at this, can you come on to answer me? Yep. The way I look at this is every time I get hold of someone's head, the first thing I want to try and do is I want to try and put their chin onto the armpit on the opposite side. Okay? So like I want to corkscrew the head underneath. So essentially if they're looking through the gap of their armpit over here, then realistically your ability to tip them onto their back will be very, very easy. Okay? Because they basically want to go anyway, but you're compromising the spine a lot essentially is the goal. Okay? So if we're in a guarded position, so we're just going to start like in a guard position like this. Don't stress where your legs are right now, it doesn't matter. and we're just going to go to, where's he gone? Do you know the difference between an arm in and an arm out guillotine? Okay, perfect. So look, arm in, guys, is when the arm is involved with your connection, okay? So my hands are going together, but I've got the head and arm, yeah? So arm in. Okay, if it's just a conventional guillotine or arm out, then it's just the head I'm holding on to, alright? So today we're going to always control arm in. So we're going to control the arm and the head like this for the purpose of today. From this position, I'll go to tip our partner. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. So when we get hold of the head, essentially I want to try and coax through the head underneath, like I just talked about, okay? So don't concern yourself with the legs, because essentially what happens a lot here is if someone gets to a guillotine position, they'll put, do you know what butterfly hook is? Yes, brother, let's go. Alright, so, look, butterfly hook goes in, because my foot comes in like this. So what a lot of people do, they put this butterfly hook in, they hold the person's head, stay strong for me, okay? Yeah, good. And they just go, and they try to kick the person over using this leg, alright? And then they burn out here, then they go, and then the person passes their guard and just trashes them, alright? So this is the first thing we're going to try to avoid, essentially, is this position where we're trying to drag the head and sweep the person. So try not to use your legs is basically the goal for the first 10 minutes. We grab the head, we're on our back. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hip away, okay? So we're going to move our hips away from the head, because if my hips are out, it means I've got more space, look, to push the head underneath. Yeah? If I'm flat to the floor and my ribs are touching the side of the head, there's nowhere for the head to go. Everyone see that? Okay? You think that's common sense, but it's not. Because everyone just pulls hard and just blocks it themselves. So look, like this. Just hip out. For example, if the forehead is on the floor like it is now, stay strong. It can be very hard to tip the head underneath. So I would just like lift them up a little bit. And then tip the head underneath, yeah? Okay? So once the head's underneath, stay strong. Once the head's underneath, look. If I just push now, you come back up. Come back up. Good, stay strong. No, stay strong. Okay? Very easy to tip the person over, okay, is the goal. That's the first goal, is to tip the person over, okay? Now don't use your legs. Alright, the reason why I say this, okay? If you sit this side for me. Sit in the bottom. Put your legs towards me. Legs towards me. Good. You know what your look is? Yeah. Perfect, good. So, just so you can understand the idea, okay? Look, if we're doing a heel hook's one of the strongest submissions in the game, okay? We're doing a heel hook. Look, what's your name, sorry? Connor. Connor's not resisting right now, you can all understand that, yeah? He is not trying to win. How should this be hard then? If I'm like this and I'm like, and I can't get the submission, what hope have I got? He's not resisting. So I should literally be able to like, set it up perfectly, feel comfortable, yeah, and then just go, tap them, yeah, easy, yeah? Like the lightest work in the world. But look, I've got all of this to finish this technique. So if he started to resist, look how much more I could do. So with the tip, if we can just go and they fall over, that's good. Because if they start fighting back, we can like, and then push the foot and everything else. So today, which is not the kind of standard approach, but the less you can do today, the better. Okay, I really want you to not to try today. Okay, don't try hard. Okay, just don't do much at all. No, it doesn't make sense, but it's going to by the end of the session. Alright guys, so we're looking for like real effortless mechanical jiu-jitsu today. Any questions on what I just showed? Does anyone want to see it again?
What grip are you taking?
Oh, guys, great question, okay? So, it's an unfortunate great question because I'm not going to answer it, okay? So essentially, don't ask me about the grip until the end of the session, alright? So I use a very particular grip, okay? I use a very particular grip. But when I taught this the first time, like 3 weeks ago, I taught the grip first. Like 35 minutes went by and everyone was still just like... and I was like, oh my god, man, this is a waste of our time, alright? So I don't care right now, you can hook your fingers together, I literally don't care, just corkscrews underneath, okay? The easiest way to corkscrew someone's head, okay, just so you understand, is to depress your shoulder. So essentially when you catch over someone's head, you naturally throw your shoulder forward, okay? You naturally throw your shoulder forward. So stay strong for me. If I'm like this, and I try to pull the head underneath, I'm using all arms, okay? If I depress my shoulder, pull my shoulder back in the socket, now see I can use my back and lats, okay? So I can actually use my upper body to engage. If your shoulder's out, you can't engage your chest and lats and everything.
Do you do that first to grab and then pull it back, or do you just stay there?
Yeah, no, so most of the time if you were like, say you were like sparring, you'd be in a situation like this, and you might like heist up, throw over the head, see, so your shoulder's gonna go forward. Then when you wrap up, so I call it a seal, so essentially once your hands go together, you're sealed around the neck, then you're in guard, and then I just pull that shoulder back and get in a strong position, yeah? Okay? So when I finish teaching you guys, I'll always ask you simply, do you want to see it again? If you've got any questions. If you say no to both, if you ask me for help in the first 2 minutes, I'll also say no, okay? So use them wisely, okay? It's just to force you to concentrate and force you to try techniques without me having to come over and do it for you, alright? My pet peeve, especially with kids, you know, a 4-year-old goes, coach, can I have help? It's like, I just showed it, man. Just try it first, just try it and get it wrong, because it makes no difference, does it? No one's here to judge you, no one's here to make you feel silly. Just try it, if you get it wrong, you'll just learn, alright? So I'm happy to try this out.
Can I just see a rep on someone?
Yeah, of course, go ahead. Okay, so look, like this. We're in the guard position. Get the head, get the arm, put your hands together. Seal it up. So just go to guard like this. Hip away. Depress your shoulder. Push the head underneath that pocket. Stay strong. Yeah. And just sit them over, yeah? Okay, just sit them over, right? And no big suplexes, just nice and chill, yeah? Alright, did you do the clap or no? Do 1, 2, 3?
We do 1, 2.
Okay, I can go for that, yeah? Alright, 1, 2. Let's go. Pass. We do a couple.
Just try and not let it shift you.
Just imagine you're doing a bodyweight squat and you're just putting like the barbell on your back. Alright, so it's like the tiniest bit of resistance so you can feel it in motion, okay? But once you're happy, don't do it straight away, yeah? Look, we're just going to put it into like a little bit of a more realistic situation now, just so you can practice that, like, not speed, okay, so more just so you understand kind of the main purpose I would use this, alright? So we're going to come up to a cow catcher. Cow catcher, yes or no? Perfect, okay, don't worry, cow catcher, like, it is, most people know what it is. You know what cow catcher is? Oh, yeah, okay, so I'll go through cow catcher with you guys, okay? Essentially, when I ask people, do you know what it is? Because if you say yes, then I'll kind of glaze past it. And if you say no, then I'll just explain it in more detail. Because essentially, the more things you already know, the more I can teach you, do you know what I mean? But it's not a case of, it's not a race of learning the most information you can. Because at a low belt level, any one good bit of information could be like transformative to your game. Alright, so like I always try to don't try to take too much from one session. Alright, like I taught yesterday, I said I'll do everyone know who Keenan Canellis is? Keenan Canellis? Yeah. Obviously you guys are going to know, yeah, okay, but any of the okay, so Keenan's like one of the best American grapplers that ever been. He innovated wound guard, split guard and further things, like he's genuinely a legend in the sport. And he taught 7 in my gym like 15 years ago. He taught all of the, like he made up a part of the game basically, and he taught that part of the game in the gym. And he also taught how to hold the gi. So he said like, look, if you're holding with your thumb up like this, then it means you're pulling the gi towards you. If you're holding with your thumb down like this, it means you're pushing the person away from you. So if you do gi and you're playing guard and you've got a thumb up grip, and you're trying to push the person away, it's a pulling grip, it's not a pushing grip. And if you put your thumb down, it's a pushing grip, not a pulling grip. And he said that, and I was like, that's just fucking genius. I was like, They taught a bunch of like the gi worm guard stuff. They did not care at all. I was like, I've done that. I was like, that is absolutely genius, you know? Like, even just taught that. And he said it so casually, and I was literally like, give this guy a fucking medal, like, Jesus Christ, he's smart, you mean? So, like, it's not always, like, even if you just take the tip today, or the finish we're going to do, it's not a case of trying to take more, okay? It doesn't help you all. This is about taking something that's going to save you, okay? So, can I borrow it? Listen. Okay, so let's say if you're on your back for me, okay? So like for an easy example of something like this would be like, say you're passing someone's guard, okay, you don't have to do much because I'm doing the exact same technique, so no stress, okay? Let's say I'm trying to pass the guard like this and they choose to wrestle up to like a single leg like this, okay? So often when people wrestle up or take you down, you get access to their head. You get access to the head. So essentially, like, say he wrestles up and I decide, oh, so I'm actually going to get hold of the head and he drives through and I land on my back. What you see now is a massive percentage of people just trying to immediately finish the person. Where for me, every time someone wrestles up, I just go, no, sit back down for sure. Yeah? I always try to put them back on their back. Because again, if you think about like that hierarchy ladder, if you were on top, he's wrestled up, so you're worse off. So minimum, just put yourself back on top. Okay, super easy, yeah? So I do this from any wrestling position or any wrestling situation. Obviously I'd rather stuff a takedown and win, but if I am finding myself getting put to my back, and I've got the head, I don't think, oh, finish. I just think, sit back down, and then I'll go from there, alright? So we're going to do a nice easy, it's called a cow catcher. So the cow catcher is essentially a chin strap with an underhook. Okay, that's what the people call it a cement mixer also, okay, there's like a few names for it, yeah? So let's say they wrestle up like this, I get hold of the head, go like that, and tip the person over, okay? Can you walk around with me? So from this position here, all we're going to do, we're going to release our grip, we're going to do one hand, the hand is around the head, so it comes to the chin, and the hand is over the arm, we're going to come under the arm. Okay, so from this position now, to left, turn left. Yeah. Good. Turn right. You see? So stop the whole rotational directions you can move, yeah? Now I can just turn to my knees and come up to side control. And yes, I would 100% keep hold of the head and I would 100% make it as uncomfortable as humanly possible. Okay, until I'm ready to release and get my control. Are you happy with that? Can we say it one more time? I'm going to have to see it, that's alright. Okay, so look, like any situation, you probably would have said this. So any situation, like if we were just wrestling like this, and they shoot, and they take me down, and I've got the head, and I feel like I'm coming down, look, I'm always going to set them through. Always going to set them through, okay? Look back, is it? Yeah. So in this position, look, just split my grip, hold the chin, okay? And it's not English, okay? Like hold the chin. Does not be like roughly do something with your hand. It's literally that word. Hold the chin. Okay? Yeah? From here look, the arms over. Just palms under. So we've got both sides down. Yeah? And then all I'm going to do is turn up chest to chest. And keep hold. Are you happy with that? Okay, I'm going to cover off a little more on this layer just to show you something to do with the legs. But for now, look, just do a nice relaxed kind of wrestle up position and then just tip them over. Okay. Alright guys, 1, 2. Exactly. No, this side. Yeah, just turn to this side. Yeah, do that.
I could almost lose it there. Yeah. I'm just keeping it on my chest.
Like this.
That's it.
Okay, so before we start moving on to the anaconda for the finish, has anyone got any questions so far? Yep.
When you're switching the arms to go under when you've gone over, what if they start sort of peeling? What if you can't get that?
So basically the reason why you would be able to get the underhook 99 times out of 100 is basically, if I brought it for a second, okay? So essentially when we land, so like this, okay, I'm going to take it over so okay? So we land like this and then our shoulders, both our shoulders back up on the mat, okay? So we'll flatten. So we're like this is the main reason I've come to top. So see his shoulders on the floor, so this is the inside shoulder, see it on the floor. That makes it very, very hard to try to get any finishes. So what we do, we come to the top. But essentially if I chin strap, that stops him from turning this way. So turn towards me. See, so stop him turning towards me. So his only logical option from this position is to turn back towards his knees. Now if I try to come up, see, up like this, and this arm's going under my armpit, he could wrestle up and try to actually start going behind me now. Whereas if we're like this, and I look at the chin strap, again, the only way he can go is this way. See, so when he starts to come to the top, go through these, all the work is come under this arm. Yeah. See, so it's going to be driving back over. You see what I'm saying? So that it's more of they're trying to get up, and you're going to catch it and then tip them back over. Okay, I'm going to call it a cow catcher. Yeah. I've never fucking tipped a cow, by the way. Carry, that's the technique. Alright? So, is everyone happy with that, guys? Yeah? Alright, any other questions so far? Alright, so we're going to go now into the anaconda, okay? Anaconda, yes or no? Do you know what's the difference between an anaconda and a darts? You know what a darts is, or have you heard of a darts? Okay, cool. Difference between anaconda and darts? I know, Aaron, guys?
Which side of the choke now?
Good, so essentially they're basically very, very similar chokes, yeah? Okay, so if you imagine I've got someone's head and arm in this circle here, basically if I go towards the arms, it's an anaconda. If I go towards the head, it's a darts. Okay? Today we are only going to cover the anaconda, just because the finish mechanics are slightly different, although be very, very similar. You will be in a different position body-wise for the darts and the anaconda. Okay, so I'm just going to cover the anaconda, and it's just a head and arm choke. It's a very strong head and arm choke. Alright? Head and arm chokes. What are the finishing principles? Like, why do you actually choke the person?
Pushing against them.
Okay, we got a good start there. Okay, so you're pushing in basically carotid artery both sides.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, so now what is pushing against them?
They're on one side.
Not their arm.
Shoulder.
Their shoulder, one side. Yep, and? Then your arm, or for example, if it's a triangle, it'll be your leg. Okay, triangle, darts, anaconda, arm and guillotine, north-south choke, head and arm choke, they're all the same principle. Shoulder, a part of you. Okay, all the same principle, okay? So the next thing to talk about is when you choke somebody, we're going to talk about the idea of reducing space rather than squeezing hard. Alright, so this is why the whole lesson today is about not working very hard. Alright, so the analogy I'm going to use today is the analogy of hanging a human being. Alright, unfortunately it is what it is, but it's very, very relevant and it's a very visual, easy representation, okay? So, if you were to hang somebody, okay, again, not hang somebody either. Alright, if you were to hang somebody, yeah? Let's say they're standing on a stool, you put the noose over their head. What is the next thing you do? Tighten the noose, okay, that's correct. Then?
Kick the stool up.
Kick the stool. You said that way too high. Kick the stool, okay? So yeah, you put the noose over their head, you tighten it, and then you kick the stool. So, first question, when you tighten it, is the rope touching the entirety of the neck?
No.
What do you mean?
It's just around the front sides.
Ooh, but if you, like, that actually proves off tightening it. That's what you tighten it to, you tighten it to the back of their head. So basically the rope is creating a seal around the entire neck. If the rope had a big gap in the back, what would happen when you kick the stool?
You'd fall out.
The head would fall out, yeah? Alright? So basically what I'm trying to show you guys today is that the idea is to create a very, very good seal around what you're trying to choke, and then reduce the space, not try to squeeze their head off like a psychopath. Alright? So that's how we go today, okay? So really keep our arms super chill. Alright? So the second thing to visualize the reducing space idea, have you seen like Instagram reels where like just like a piston compresses stuff slowly, it's like super satisfying? You ever seen that? And you just put like different objects in and like this over and over again, yeah? Okay. So if you think about how a jiu-jitsu athlete or a jiu-jitsu practitioner might look at a choke, what they do is they go, right, I'll get hold of the head and arm some way. And then the next reference point for a lot of people is what? What would you do from this here? Very difficult, I'm looking for white belts here, but you're going to try your best. What's the next way to reduce this?
Elbows?
Yeah, to what?
To get the grip.
Yeah, exactly what you're doing there. What were you doing? Do it again?
Yeah, to get that grip.
Yeah, so you're going like hand to bicep and hand up, yeah? Okay, so look, this is a big noose, this is a smaller noose. What's your next step from this noose? What do most people do?
Probably go further.
No, what do they actually do? Squeeze like a fucking psychopath, yeah. They go, oh man, it should work. My hands on my bicep, my hands up, I just start absolutely giving it up. Alright? But look, if I do this intense, how much smaller does that space actually go? It just doesn't go that smaller. Alright? So that's what I'm trying to show you today. Essentially, if a piston was crushing an object, it wouldn't go most of the way and then just start vibrating like a lunatic. Yeah? Which is what most will do. They get to the choke position and then their whole team is going, squeeze. And they're like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. I don't want to use my arms anyway. I'll just squeeze like an absolute lunatic and I'll never be able to do the next round. Yeah? So we want to try and get rid of that mentality. The goal is to reduce space continuously until we get a submission. And I'm going to try and explain to you how we're going to do that in quite a detailed fashion. Okay? So the goal today is zero squeezing, no arm pump, lots of easy submissions. Alright? So I'll reference basically what I call like a noose, which is anytime I've connected anything to anything. So anything I'm touching like this, all of this is a noose once it's around the head. If I seal, once I seal, it means I'm touching. It means I feel like I'm touching the entirety of what I'm trying to submit. And then once I've got a good seal and I've reduced the space as much as I can, I will then implement the squeeze, essentially kicking the stool away. Okay, so that's how I want you to envision today's class. Alright? What we'll do, guys, we'll usually show quite a few of the details in one go, but today what we're going to do, because of the majority of white belts, we're just going to do like one detail, drill for a few minutes, next detail, drill for a few minutes. So basically you should feel the effort required going down and how tight it is going up. That's the goal for the next 40 minutes of one submission, is just effort and how efficient the submission is. Alright? And I'll just try and use different people every time so different people can feel the submission itself. Alright? So we're going to go straight back to the tip now, so we're going to tip and then we're going to start thinking about reducing the space. Alright? So, I've used you a few times, so I'll use our stool kicker, yeah. What's your name, buddy? Aaron, cool. Let's jump in, okay? So guys, this you won't be able to hear somewhere, okay? So you will definitely come from behind this way. Let's say tip the person like this. Essentially you can see his chest, that's good, okay? So the first thing when we tip the person like this, we just need to keep the shoulder off the mat, okay? So like basically just don't try to throw them over too hard, and essentially the shoulder ever hits the mat, you're just going to go for cow catch and get up. Alright, that's the first thing. So this noose is quite big, you understand that, okay? Look, this is super big, it's not efficient for squeezing and tensing. Alright? So the person in the submission right now, guys, just stay relaxed. Okay, stay super chill, okay? So if they want to just move your arm, just let them move your arm, okay? Just don't do anything to resist. Alright? So from this position up, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to reduce the loose to what your thing was hand towards bicep, okay? Now when it comes to hand to bicep, I'm just going to explain to you why your hand grabbing your bicep is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Okay, that's the first thing. Alright? So we're going to make a fist with both hands. We're going to punch the top hand towards the floor so that my hand is going down towards the floor. And then I'm going to try and touch my knuckles onto my tricep of the choking arm. Okay? Choking arm, anchor arm. Okay, same as in a triangle, choking leg, anchor leg. Yeah? This is the anchor. Okay? So like this, look, we're going to touch the knuckles to the tricep. Then we're going to take the fist straight back up and as high up the back as we can generate. Okay? Like literally not down here. We're going to this hand to as high up the back as we can. From this position, what I want you guys to do is just gently pull your elbows towards your sternum. To get the finish. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is not really mad tight yet, but it's definitely tighter than feel this one, okay? So you can do this with, as well. Put your hand on your bicep, put your hand up, and you'll feel the difference in this. Okay? If you do those to each other, this, you can feel the difference, yeah? Yeah. Because the noose, when you do this and this, compared to this and this, the difference in how small the circle goes is massive. Okay, an easy way to explain this to you is two things. One, how do you triangle? How do you do a triangle? How do you do a triangle, Joe? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like that, yeah? Okay, not like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you do this or not?
Never.
No, you don't do this. So why do you do this? It's exactly the same, isn't it? It's exactly the same, yeah. Yeah, this is not an extension of this. Same as this. It's not an extension of this. So why do you grab your bicep so much? It's the weakest part of your grip. It's the weakest part. Okay? What's on? It's a very easy thing to show you and test. Just go to the side for me. Look, if I just immediately think, right, go to my bicep, I'll do this, expand your arms. Yeah, see that? Like it cuts into my wrist. You see? But if I go like this, and I just go, and I get my fist in there, expand the arms.
Ain't happening.
It's much harder. Because I have this flex. Okay? It's just like this, isn't it? It's like fucking what magic, eh? Yeah? Look, just this is not strong. And a lot of time when you go from this to this on somebody with a head and arm, and the person resists by expanding, we put ourselves in a lot of tension on our grip. So our arms start to engage and we start tensing because we're burning. Yeah, we need to try and hold on as tight as we can. And then our flex of our wrist is in a massive strain. So it ends up popping off. Whereas if we just jam and jam, that's sealed, man, that's sealed.
Do you still try and like flex and hook over? Or
yeah, I literally try, that's why I said try to get your knuckles to your triceps. So I try to really catch into my arm and bring this up. And when I say bring this up, look in a triangle, do you triangle like this? With this leg over here? No. No, you put it all the way across and down. Can you see the space in my legs? Look at that. Look, when it's here, look, my tense, nothing. Look. Look how much smaller that space goes. So when you're like this, it's not just, don't just bring the hand up. Bring the hand up, yeah? Bring it right the way up. Okay? Massive details. That's so easy to do as well. Any questions?
Can I just see you go through the punch again?
Yeah, of course. Do you want to see it?
I'm alright, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so like this, look. Okay, like this position. You keep the shoulder off the mat. Keep the shoulder off the mat. Look, from this scenario, I'm just going to take my top hand, look, punch down, catch my tricep, back up as tight as I can come with this hand, and then look from here, just little squeeze. Okay, we're going to do no squeeze soon, but as I'm trying to show you how when we reduce the rope, it goes to less and less and less of a squeeze because we're using more and more of our body. Any questions with that? All good? Alright guys, 1, 2.
He just goes
Make your guys' lives a little more comfortable for the next 45 minutes, okay? What I'd recommend is try and put the crown of their head on the back, on your sternum, okay? So not like this, if I tip the person and it doesn't land properly, just put their head in the centre like this, okay? And if you're this person, don't duck your chin. Don't do that, okay? Because, I'll tell you, if I get like this, and the chin's ducked and I just lock this up, I'm sorry, I do not care about, if your teeth go into your skull, that's your problem. So, you've got the option to lift your chin, you know? So, but you can feel it, because you can feel, here, I can feel his neck on my bicep, I can feel that. So if the head is crunched under like this, that's when it's going to start becoming a bit cranky on the neck and not very comfortable. Both ways, I'll be honest, you will submit the person, but in terms of your neck health for today, I would just put your neck square, comfortable, and just get choked repeatedly, as if you're going to put nicely to sleep, as opposed to having your head like this for the whole session. It's just not fun. Alright, this is my advice, yeah? Then people ask me something like, oh, someone's ducks their chin. I'm like, look, I'm not adverse to putting their teeth through their skull, I don't care. You know, if this is locked in, and I'm squeezing, and we all signed up to a contact sport, you know? You can just tap. You can tap and bitch at me if you want to, but at the end of the day, you still tap, so I don't care. Alright? You know, the guy's like, oh, I've been over crank. What's the matter? You should not be in that position 100% not anyway, yeah? Alright? So, let's just do the next bit of tightening the noose now, so we can start, once again, reducing how much we're outputting. Alright? Because by the looks of walking around, everyone's getting finished quite easy, yeah? Alright, and can you feel the difference between this and this? Yeah? Okay, so basically the next bit now to explain, if you give me a difference between a length of rope on your arm, what is the difference?
Flexibility. How flexible is?
Which one?
The rope's more flexible.
Yeah, the rope is more flexible, yeah? As in, imagine again, you put the rope around someone's head, you tighten the noose, then kick the stool. What are the odds of this person being able to put their fingers between the rope and their neck? Yeah, it's basically non-existent. Okay? So essentially, when you've got the crook of your elbows, you think about, you've got a straight bit of your arm, then another straight bit, then you've got the bend in the middle. That essentially in the rope would be like a king, it'd be like a point, like this. We don't want that. Because we want to seal around the entirety. We don't want big kinks where there's gaps. Okay? So the next bit we're going to do, look, if I've got the head like this, again, it's going to be like this side, okay? So if I've got this, look, I punch through, I come up. Look, the next bit I'm going to do now is I'm going to retract my bottom arm. So see my elbow? I'm going to pull this backwards into the neck. Okay? So pull my bottom arm back like this. Now again, from here I can just a little squeeze and get the finish. Alright? So this arm, look, see here? This gap. This is what I'm trying to take out now. I want to try and touch the neck with my bicep. Any questions on that? Okay, so nothing's changing. We tip the person, punch through, tricep here, look, just retract the bottom arm, little squeeze, okay? Just pull this back, so you just get that little triangle out of the noose. Any questions? Okay, 1, 2. The arm's attached to the hand, so if you try to retract this, before you get this full nice catch, then you're going to start reaching with your hand again. Okay? So punch through, get this tied up, then retract this. Okay, don't if you try to seal too early here, you almost lose the length of rope you need to tie up. Make sense for everyone?
Yeah.
Alright, so just make sure you get that nice, like this anchor is the crucial part of the anaconda, because once you get that, you've got unlimited time, because they're not busting out of that. If you do this, they're busting out, yeah? Alright, 1, 2. Get conscious effort to squeeze like 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. Okay, if you are squeezing more than 2 out of 10, you need to call me over because you're making a mistake. You're basically in your head, if you're like tensing like a peanut, basically, just call me over, okay? Because you're 100% not grasping the mechanics, alright? And again, I always reference this, but if you're squeezing hard now, when the person starts fighting back, your success rate will be nothing. Okay, and that's what's crucial to understand is when you're drilling technique, it needs to be 0. Yeah, if we were to add resistance into the day, that's when it becomes 1 or 2 or 3 out of 10. Alright, if you follow the eco training online, I don't know if anyone follows that type of stuff or what it is, but essentially it is literally once you've drilled the technique and you know how to do it, you just put it into resistive training and ask your partner to increase how hard they're trying to fight it, so you've got more parameters to work with essentially. Alright, but right now it's a 0 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Yeah, if you squeeze more than that, guys, call me over, okay? 1, 2. Go. Tight it back.
No, this is the bit. So punch over with that, tap like that, pull that back to my chin, and then squeeze. I'm squeezing that.
Go back. Okay, so basically I'm just move on to the next bit now, okay, which is understanding the idea that basically your rope is only one length essentially, and people are different widths. Okay, I know it sounds obvious, but it's not obvious. Okay, so essentially that's why I try to not talk like a reference point, because the idea of reducing space to nothing is the same as anyone. All that's different is whether you can anchor or not and a few variations, okay? So for example, I'll show you what I mean now, okay? What's your name?
Me?
Yes.
Tyler.
Tyler, can I use you?
Yeah.
Yeah, great, okay? This Tyler, you just jump there for me, okay? And then Reese, can I use you? Yeah? Can you jump there, okay? Alright, great, so, look. So I'm going to choke both of them, I'm not going to choke each other, okay? So look, let's just, an easy example, okay? And this is not great because he's actually a kid, alright? But let's say we're going to hang them both. Alright? Alright? And I get the length of rope out. The initial loose I make, is it the same size, yes or no? No. What can I do?
Is it smaller?
I can make a small loose for him, yeah? Because it's just going to fit on his head, yeah? Then when I pull it tighter, is it smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
Smaller. You can all understand that, yeah? Right? Yeah, often when you choke in Jiu-Jitsu, what you do is you go, right, the reference point is hand on bicep, then I just put this hand anywhere, and then I just squeeze like a lunatic. No matter who's inside this noose, no matter who is there, the goal now is just to vibrate until my arms fall off, or they attack. Can you understand the nonsensical logic of that? Alright? And then that gets emphasised by your whole team shouting, squeeze! Yeah? Not helpful. Alright, that's what's the important thing is. I'm trying to explain how to save your arms and get your finish rate higher, okay? So let's get these two. There's a prime difference I'm going to show you, and that's basically if I should lock my noose smaller or not, and when to do it. Okay? So, for example, go to Tyler, okay, move back a little bit, I use in turtle position, okay? Let's say I manage to force him to this scenario like this, and I've got his head now, okay, I'm like this, right? Now from this position here, look, there's so much slack in my noose. There's loads. So I could just try and like pinch him tight and keep hold of him, but for example, when he's on the tie, I could just go like, oh, do you know what? It's there already. It's there already. It doesn't matter, bring this on back a little bit. Look, even if he makes himself broad, this is as broad as he can be. Like, it's still not difficult. Yeah, so I just tip him over, and then once I'm here, I can be like, right, now I'll adjust. I'll just make the move smaller. There we go. Okay? But let's say, for example, you right there, mate? Yeah. You'll be good. Alright? Let's say I got a wrist like this, okay? Same scenario. I took this on wrist. So if I'm in the same exact scenario, head and arm, like this, there's not much slack. So if I now go, oh, I know what I'm going to do, I'll wrap it as fast as I can. I can't do it. So what am I going to do then? I'm going to grab my bicep. I'll be like, oh, this will work. And as soon as Reece makes himself a little more broad, it's going to pop. It's so nonsensical. You're putting yourself into a very hard position. So okay, I'm like, right, well, you know, this feels pretty snug, it feels good. So I'll just continue with this noose as is. So I tip it. From this position, I'm like, Jesus, that's still tough. So now I've got two options. I'll either try and make the circumference smaller. One of the main things for this is going to be making this arm come high up the head. Because essentially, the more this arm is open, the wider we're attacking. Yeah, we're around a bigger part of him. If the arm is up, look, it gives me much more space to start trying to get the fist in to get the catch. But if, for example, I couldn't get the anchor point, which is the fist onto tricep, then I might just be tempted to be like, oh, no, this is probably quite a tight loop, so I'll just try and... I'll just start squeezing from there and see if I can tap them. If I can't tap them, then that either means one of two things. My arms are really small. So it's not a great technique, yeah, for you, against that person. Or they are very, very large. Either way, what do you think your outcome should be?
Come up on top.
Come up on top. Exactly. Man, if I've tipped a big dude, you think I'm going to try and squeeze him? No, man, I'm going to get on top and then just dominate. Would you rather someone big be on top of you, or would you rather be on top of someone big?
On top.
You'd much rather be on top, because you don't want to get crushed like a peanut, do you? Nah, it's not fun. So if I sweep a big dude, I'm just like, well, thank you very much, top, I'll take it. And if that's what you're doing as a big guy and you don't finish the anaconda, you can't be like, oh, that Ash Williams was shit, man. I couldn't finish anaconda against this 110 kilogram guy. I probably couldn't fucking do it either. So don't stress, but we got good outcome, haven't we? We've got top. Yeah, so that's the main thing, is we've got top. Okay? So, now I'm going to explain basically what I just showed there, which is the arm coming up to the head. Okay, we'll explain that. I'll try to show you why it's so important, right? Who are the blue belts in the room? Blue belts? Whoa. Who's purple? I'll probably run of you two. Can I use you?
Yes, sir.
You know what a triangle is?
Yeah.
A triangle choke? Yeah, go to that. Alright, so look, a triangle works identical, yeah? A triangle works identical to a head and arm, okay? A triangle works identical to darts, anaconda, all those things, okay? Basically, they try to reduce the space, and instead of it being my arms, it's just the legs. But it's the same thing, like get past the ankle, anchor point, and everything. Everything else you might know, okay? So, one of the most common defenses to a triangle is to put your arm around the leg. Have we seen that?
Yeah.
Why do we do this? Good, so yeah, widens the shoulders, but in particular, what does it do?
You stop your shoulder.
It stops the shoulder touching the neck, okay? Just to emphasize the fact that it's not the arm going round is what makes a difference, it's your shoulder detaching, okay? Watch. If I'm in a triangle like this, but my arm is around my back, and my shoulder's open, look, if I just do this and put my shoulder, look, I'm just going to put my shoulder forward, okay, the opposite to pressed, alright? So my shoulder forward. If they squeeze now, that's going to come on straight away. You can loosen it off now. Chill. Right? So, yes, you understand it. So, if I'm like this, and my shoulder touches my neck, it's not a magical defense, it's mechanics of the body. Okay? So, for example, if I'm in a triangle, my arms are crossed, but my shoulder does not touch my neck. Okay, so yeah, go triangle. Yeah, good. And then start to squeeze. Go on. That's all I got. Go on, you can really squeeze. I got no more. Okay, so I won't survive that forever, is the truth, right? Because he's still attacking this carotid really hard. But the truth is, look, as soon as I do that, you can hear my voice. Yeah? If my shoulder's not touching my neck, my ability to survive triangles is that much better. Alright? Don't practice that. That is not a demonstration where you go, oh, I'll go and fucking try that and see if I can get a triangle. Don't do that, okay? It's just to emphasize to you the fact that when you view something, it's not always as it seems. You could be doing the perfect defense, but not the right mechanic, which means you get finished anyway. Or you could be doing the worst defense, visually, but the right mechanic. Therefore, one's better than the other, still. Am I following me when I say that, yeah? So basically, when we're going for the anaconda, our goal is to try to get the shoulder to touch the neck. Okay? So you just kneel here for me. And face that way, okay? So if we look at the arm like this, just sit up, and the arms like this. So imagine they're using like a triangular frame to keep the shoulder away from the neck. Yeah? That's very common in a triangle, like triangle frames like this. Yeah? Basically, when you make a triangle, you make space, okay, like this. So what a lot of people do in this position is they try to push the arm across the body to eventually get the neck to touch, the shoulder to touch the neck. Okay? So you resist that motion for me? Yeah, go on, you can use your hands up. You push it like this. See, like this is very hard to try to get this to go across. But find out like this, you push down. Yeah, this is not hard. This is not hard. Yeah, this is not difficult to lift the arm this way. Okay, so if I'm in an anaconda position, I've got the head, and I just tip them, and they're like triangling the arm to the thing, the toe. Look, even though I try to lock the curl up, he's again much smaller than Reese, okay? Even trying to lock the curl is difficult. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to try and bring the arm up to the head. Yeah? So whenever the arm is open, don't think you're trying to find their arm, because people do this all the time. It's just very difficult and requires a lot of flexibility. Think you're trying to brush your leg against your own arm. Yeah, just brush your leg against your own arm. If you do that, you always catch their arm. Once we catch their arm, if we can keep hold of it, we'll keep hold of it. Now look, we just go back to it, do we? Punch, tie up, bring the elbow back, little squeeze. Okay, so this is about talking about just how to deal with beating this arm. If you think, I'll just send it anyway. You go from this to this. You're gonna fail. You're trying. It's literally like trying to put the rope that you. What was it again? Tyler. Tyler.
Taylor.
You're fucking killing me.
Like the guy who makes a suit. Like the guy who makes a suit. Taylor.
Oh, Taylor, like a guy who makes a suit. Sorry. I'm talking French then. So, let's say you use the rope, okay, from your head until the Reese's head. It wouldn't fit. So if you try to do this too early, it's the exact same thing. You will not get the noose to seal. And that's the problem. I know I use the reference of hanging people in these seminars, which is not the best visual representation, but it's so obviously clear how it works. Okay, it's so abundantly clear how that works and how it connects. Any questions? Okay, so do the same thing now, but when you start thinking about your noose, and like, am I trying to force the reduction? Do I need to try to make their arm and shoulder smaller first? Like, just think you've got to get the right time to get this, because once you get the stress here, it's very hard to go back without them busting open, okay?
So do you mind if I see you cutting the leg like someone else?
Yeah, of course. So look, I'm like this. Tip. They're using a triangular frame to start trying to beat me like this, yes, I'm like this. So here, look, if I try to push the arm, it'll stay strong. If I try to push the arm down with my arms, it's very difficult. But look, I can just brush my own arm, collect the arm, bring it down, shoulders by the head. Look how small this gap is now, it's lovely. Yeah, tie this up, and then just pull the elbow back, little squeeze, okay? I don't, like, if you're bigger guys and you're thinking, I can't put my leg there, it's no different than sitting like you're sitting right now. Yes, it's really not, because it's not more than that. Because all you've got to do is just put your knee to your elbow. Okay, think about that. Don't think about trying to find their arm. Because that's what kills it. They're on the side and they're like, just find your elbow. Because your elbow's touching their arm. So you have to collect, yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions? Alright guys, 1, 2.
How's your neck?
Sorry?
How's your neck?
It's not going to be good by the end of the night, I can tell.
Hello.
Hiya, Rob.
Hello.
Hello, Rob.
You're getting all this?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, you know all of it now.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, that's all
Might not
right.
be in the right order.
As soon as that leg's better,
I know.
you're on this.
When are you coming back training, Rob?
Anyway.
What the biggest biceps in the gym?
Very legitimate, like, oh look, this is the defense, okay? So it's when they put their arm up behind their back. So essentially, like, if I'm in a head arm, okay, let's say for example I'm here and you head arm me, okay, so I'm like this, and this side head arm me, and you're rolling me off. Like, what a lot of people do, they look for, see this hand going all the way behind your back, something like this. So essentially, this is a bit different because it's to keep my shoulder away from my neck, but actually because I'm doing the thumb up idea. Because essentially when my thumb goes up, my elbow comes down, and then my shoulder will depress naturally, as my shoulder has to go into the socket for this position to even be a thing. So when they do this, this is actually one of the better defenses this person can take, okay? So just going to show you something quickly from there, okay? It's not everyone will do it. So if I got your head, okay, like this, and I tip the person, and their arm goes behind my back like that, okay? So like there, yeah, like this, okay? So basically from this position, what I'd say is one, always see if you can catch the hand. So see if you can start working up to try and catch and bring it back, alright? It's going to be very hard to do, but see if you can, yeah? If you can't, what I would say from this position, which is the biggest thing I would do from here, is now I would just start trying to go towards the mount position and then mounted guillotine. Okay, because when they open their shoulder like this, they can't fight up. I can't turn up, see, because I've opted to open myself backwards, so it's very easy to roll the mount. So if I show you front headlock defense, it's a little bit tiny bit of a tangent, but if I'm in front headlock like this, see, and he rolls, and I commit to here, watch out, see, because I'm open backwards mount, just roll to mount, just roll to mount. See, you can do this, okay, go back down. But if I was teaching you defense, I would say hug the leg with this arm. See, because if he tries to backwards on the mount now, it's very hard to do because I can just move him across my body. Okay, so I could easily teach you front headlock defense for 3 hours also, and I've got a full system which would beat what I'm showing you. But obviously, like that is jiu-jitsu in it, and it's not just a case of like, oh, the defense will always get you out, because if someone's good at offense, they will get you also. All right, guys. So just that's what I would say. Is basically if someone opens out like this, I would go to mount. And these are the type of things we're going to troubleshoot in a minute. I'm going to show you some different options. If they do this, I'll do that. If they do this, I'll do that. Everyone happy with that? Any questions so far? All right, guys. 1, 2.
Nice one.
Start to like let go. Push yourself forward.
That's a lot how you hit the arm as well, that leg.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. But that out there, like, in terms of defense,
Okay, nice, yeah.
I'll let one the other way, and you won't be able to change the speed. And then I'll ping it out free.
I think that's because most people
So any other questions so far? Okay, I obviously, basically what I'd say, right, is like, we're about 10 past 8, okay, we have still plenty of time left, yeah? But what I'd say so far is, up to this point is good. It's good information. Okay, it's a solid, very easy to follow, and if anything, like, we only have one technique. The tip and the jaw, okay, so 2 techniques, yeah? But the mechanics I'm trying to show you should drastically improve your finish rate. That's the hope. Alright? Now, one, I really hope that you do feel like in the last hour, your understanding around anaconda has gone better. Okay? And if anything, it should be, again, effort is less, finish is higher. That's what we want. Alright? Because once we start to add resistance, our effort being low is going to massively favour us. Because we can put our effort up. What I would say though, if you're going to put your effort up, don't do it too early. Yeah, if you're like this, and you start to reduce and you get a bit trigger happy, yeah, a bit wild fever, you're going to default back to this. Okay? And I would actually recommend you for a few months to just use fists. Alright? Do I use fists? No. Okay, but I'm not trying to beat a habit. Yeah, I'm not trying to undo a habit. So if you use fists, you have to naturally hide your wrist. For say, for example, if I was just about your head, if I was trying to anaconda somebody, I would just grab their head, tip them, and then I would punch through straight away. See, but if you don't see my wrist is hidden, yeah, not there. So it's only a couple of inches difference, but it's just a habit, like, especially if you're more experienced. Ironically, everyone here got the first bit faster, because I've been in a lot of gyms where there's been a lot of coloured belts on the mat, and I would walk around and be like, make a fist. Make a fist. Because they all just go tip, won't catch, tip, won't catch. Yeah, because they've been doing this for longer, so this habit of catching the bicep is ingrained. So they're going to have to instinctively do this to undo it and then get better. Okay? So,
sorry, which grip were you using? Because you said to ask at the end.
Skipping ahead again.
I will teach the grip, okay, but I'm going to show a few options first, but the grip will help you. Okay? The grip is going to help when I show a guillotine finish, so I'm going to show the same thing then so you can understand the purpose of the grip, okay? So, the first thing, any other finish you try, do the same thing. Reduce space, don't squeeze harder. Okay? So we'll start with a very easy technique, which is if they come in a hand fight, we'll go to the back. Okay, we'll go to the back. Alright? So, I'm a big fan of this again, because one, it gets you positional control. Okay, and two, it doesn't blinker you into just trying to squeeze people's heads. Alright? So let's say for example, I'm in like a guarded position. Okay, maybe I heist up, get front headlock, and he's in a turtle position. So from here, if I want to tip him, I could just try and tip. Yeah? I could just sit to my hip and then tip. Alright? I would always try that first, really. I'd always try and tip him because I think it's a much stronger technique and it keeps the front headlock on. Okay? But if they come in to hand fight me, so I'm on like this, they come in hand fight, yeah. Okay? So he's done exactly what every other person would do, okay? Which is spot on, alright? He's just taking a C grip with a triangle. Okay? So you're triangling like this with your arm and you're C gripping into my grip to try to keep me from basically reducing the noose and tightening things up. Alright? Are we happy with that? Okay, you'll naturally do it, but essentially if you do this, you're going to get your head pulled off. Okay, that's not a good defense. So you want to try and like get good grips where you're using framework to take the tension off. Okay, so excellent work. We're like this. Okay, so he comes in here. Now I cannot make the noose smaller. If I can't make the noose smaller, is it worth squeezing harder? No, obviously not. What are you going to do when you're sparring? You're going to fucking squeeze hard, aren't you? 100%, like, you're going to be like, I got this guy, yeah? There's no point in lying about it, because once you go like, oh yeah, I'll 100% do that. You can at least recognise it, so then when you get there this week in sparring, you can go, oh, what a fucking idiot. And then you'll get better, do you know what I mean? Like, trust me, I tell you, I was on a brown belt when Keenan showed me this. And I went home and I was literally like, oh my god, man, I like kill people, you know? So like, don't think it doesn't happen to every level. There's some I've been shown as a black belt, and I've won titles, and then someone goes, oh, I should try that grip, and I'm like, oh, boys, back, what have we been doing? What have we been doing for the last 15 years? Can't believe it, do you mean? So guys, if you're, don't be afraid or ashamed to be like, oh yeah, 100% just squeeze hard of that. Because if you can just admit it, when you spar, you'll recognise it and you'll do better, okay? So look, in this position like this, I realise it's frivolous, it's pointless, I can't get the squeeze. So look, he cannot defend. The way he's defending right now, he cannot defend, he's doing this. You can't defend with just circling around. And if I circle around, guess where this defence goes next? Yeah, it defends there. So guess what's not defending anymore? There. So if I just come to here and then do this, I'll be back on the head. I'll be back on the head. Okay, so the first submission I will show you, you can do this from either the walk around, or look, you can just do it from one hook in on the back. I'm going to go one hook in on the back like this, and the person's defending really well. Then all I can do is I wrap around the head like this, and then I'm going to take a full noose around the head now and again, but I'm going to keep the arm across his body, okay? So I'm going to sit in the pocket like this, and see how his arm is still in the position. Now look here, all I do, first thing every single time, what do I do first? Reduce the noose. Can we go bicep, can we go punch? No. So just pull up the slack, make sure you're touching the neck with the arm, and now look here, don't squeeze, just push. Just push the body in. Yes, look, all I've done, I've caught the head. First thing I do, pull out the slack. I'm touching. It's the exact same mechanic as pulling the arm back. Just make it touch. Lock it all in, cinch it up tight. And then look, just make the space disappear. Don't squeeze. Don't squeeze, man. Don't burn your arms out. There's no need. Any questions on that technique?
One more please.
Yeah, do you want to see it?
I want to see that. What do you not use your legs to support you in the choke?
Yes. Okay, so this is a great question about using your legs. Alright? So what I'd say to you is, the easiest thing about this is, if you can, say you're passing guard, right? And you can pass without your hands. You could pass without your hands, right? Then I give you your hands back. Are you going to get better or worse? Better. Yeah, way better. Yeah, because you're always doing it with your legs, you're using your hands. But often when you tell people, oh look, use your hands, they stop using their legs. So when it comes to like chokes and stuff, I always try to get people to use their body, and then you'll start going, like, you'll be in chokes and you'll be like, oh, I wonder if I just wrap my legs around and push with my hips as well, will they get better? Obviously they get better. But if you wrap your guard up and then push like a madman with your hips, but your noose is shit, it's not going to help anyway. So that's why I don't ever tell people what to do with their legs, because default you're going to start using them. By default you start using them. They're super strong. But if the noose is rubbish, it won't make a difference anyway. You want to see that with me? Right? So okay, the easiest thing about it is I would practice just one hooking on the back, and then once you've got out one hook on the back, you can just start practicing like a front headlock when the person brings their hands in the fence. Like they start to defend with their hands, you've done exactly the same thing. Look, knowing that the C-grip is in here, the C-grip stops the reduction of my noose. Don't want to fight that anymore. Just circle to the back. Yep, that comes back there. Get back on the head. Sit off to the side. This off to the side. Look, I'm just blocking his elbow, his tricep with my ribs, and all I've done is reconnect my noose back up. First thing, bring it tight. Don't let me slap, no, bring it tight. In this position, what I'm going to do is expand into the side of that tricep, and just keeping my noose locked in. Are we happy with that? Yeah. The main thing I use this for, just so you know, is if I'm on someone's back and then start doing the just get up approach. So if he pulls his hands to the mat and starts to like, yeah, stand up, yeah, this. Yeah. Such a great time, just so much access, you know. A lot of people don't think you'll come on to the head because they think they want the back. Good? Okay, 1, 2.
We're back to there again.
Before we were doing this, yeah? But because we're tight to them, this is now our noose. This is now the noose. This is just an anchor that's set over the side of our body, like locking it down. And then we just push into the person, okay? So don't try to get a hand smaller. There's no need at all. It is almost more work for you. Because look, when we're here and I've got the head, the pain I come off the back and I swing back around. The difference is this, I look, this arm is already caught with my ribs. When this arm is outside on the other side of my ribs, I have to fight to tip and then reduce it, see, to get this. The fact that this arm is touching my ribs makes no difference. When I catch the headlock, sit down, and look, it's almost like this hand is attaching to my body. This hand is attached to my body, just put it through, stay strong, and then look, I don't need to get in this arm down, just sits down. Now I just push into it. And so it's like a slight variation, but it's the same concept. It's the exact same concept. Like, give it like a guillotine we can just attach to ourselves. And once we're caught, this space will never change. Then we just expand. Okay? Ever have that? Okay, 1, 2.
And then a change to here.
These takes only extra, okay? So if you don't get them, don't stress, alright? There's no extra food for some fun, okay? So next one, look. So next one, guys, I'm just going to do the gator roll, okay? Just because it's worth knowing. I just let you know I don't use the gator roll, okay? I always tell people I don't use other dual stuff. And you can ask me why. I wouldn't. If I was sparring in a class, I would. If I was in a tournament, I would not. Okay, it's not, the risk for me is too high for the outcome I might get, okay? So essentially, if you want someone's head like this, and I'm attacking the person, I'm trying to tip them, but they do a very, very good job of basically basing the hand and keeping the head open, okay? So I'm like this, I'm trying to tip the head under, but they're just doing a really good job of stopping it. So from this position, what I'm going to drag it backwards, okay? So essentially, when people teach anaconda, usually, just to let you know, what they do is they go like, look, from this position, we're going to bring the hands to the outside, then we're going to chop the elbow and bring the elbow across, okay? That's the standard way to teach an anaconda. I personally think it's dog shit, okay? And I can tell you, for real reason, like for example, how heavy are you?
60.
Yeah, you're 60 kilos, I'm on 74 kilos, right? Just keep this arm strong for me. Like, what are the chances of me cutting my arm across? You're a blue belt. If we sparred, I wouldn't be able to cut the arm across. Okay? So I just tell everyone, don't try to cut the arm, go back to the idea of pulling the arm towards the head. So basically just run backwards. Just run backwards and pull the arm up. Okay? And then once you pull the arm up, we can turn this a little bit. So like this, come on like this, this arm's blocked, try to tip, no success. Look, backwards. Then roll to the knee. And we're back to our finish. Okay? Any questions there? Alright, so it's just pull backwards, roll underneath. Alright? The reason I don't use it is because usually you use it from a long loose, and as you roll with momentum, there's some chance that you might extend away from the body, and a person will stay top and you'll spin and fall bottom. Okay, that's why I don't personally use it as much. But if I've got a good seal, I might do it. Alright, 1, 2.
Yeah, you want to do the roll, yeah. Sounds the torso. We get classes about
Alright, so look, just nice and easy, I'm just going to show you the grip that I've been using, okay? So for example, just to give you an idea of this entire seminar case, it's probably like 70-80% my game, and then some variations for other people. So the idea of reducing space for me initially came from a training camp I did with Tom Halpin from Ireland. Okay, came over to my gym for a week or so, 2 weeks, and we just spent every day drilling this. He's very good at front headlock. I wasn't very good at the time. He said, look, Ash, just stop trying, you know. On the Tom, man, I want to fucking pop heads off, you know. He's like, no, but you've got to trust me. You've got to stop. You've got to think about the space of doing something, not attacking it hard, you know. And then I showed him some of my guard passing systems. We kind of traded off information. And then the second thing I showed today, which is the fist thing, that comes from Mateusz Skaninski. He's a very famous grappler from Poland. He's an absolute savage with leg locks. He fought Pliers on the weekend and submitted 2 Americans back to back. But he showed it in a footlock scenario. He showed the footlock with this grip. And I was like, holy shit, that's good. So all I did is kind of take a bit from something I did from somebody else, something I did from somebody else, put a bit together with some stuff I do, and then I had a really good system. Then this last grip is new to even me. I only started using this grip about 6 months ago, and it actually came from Jed Hu, if you know who Jed Hu is, okay? So he's an English grappler. He is actually very good. I hate giving him credit. We've got beef online, but we actually like each other in person. We're good friends in person, but online we always call each other out. And yeah, it's quite funny. But if you know who he is, you know why that's funny, I guess. But when you get into the scene, he chats a lot of shit. Alright, so essentially like the reverse grip is the choking arm, is your hand facing away from you. Okay, so we'll go for a reverse grip like this. This is the grip we're trying to get, okay? So is the choking arm, exactly. That's why I show it last, because everyone's literally like, okay? The arm is going around the head, first away from you. I'll show you why now it's strong, okay? Especially for guillotine. So for example, if you could just like kind of turn your body and yeah, like this, perfect, okay? So if I'm like this, okay, just one time? Josh, let's say I'm Josh like this, and I'm going to take a conventional grip, which is just hand over hand. Okay, it's quite conventional. Now if you think about the idea of choking somebody, you've got the seal on the side of the neck, and you're touching the neck. But when you're trying to guillotine, what's touching the side of the neck? Nothing. Nothing. So, like, it's not bad, because like, your ribs can try to come in and you kind of squeeze and start getting going. But if you actually switch to the reverse grip, you would have to put your hands into that pocket. So once I do this, you just use instant tap people, okay?
Is your wrist?
No. So this is so basically the reverse grip is really hard to get used to, and it's very uncomfortable when you first start doing it. It took me a few weeks. When Jed showed it at my gym in a camp, I was like, Jed, that's shit, man. I was like, what is this? I was like, I never used it in my life. And then 3 months later, I actually messaged on Instagram with Jed, mate, that was gold. Alright? Because I think you should have credit where it's due. You know, if someone shows something good, you shouldn't then just regurgitate somebody else and pretend it's yours. It's not. I mean, it's like I learned this stuff off other people, so I always tell them when I teach it, okay? So this grip, look, it's like a Chinese finger trap. You know what a Chinese finger trap is? You know what it is? What is it?
Put your fingers in, can't you?
Yeah, good. Okay, so basically you put your fingers in a tube, you pull out, and basically with the harder you pull, the more tension it creates. Yeah? So basically we're going to go thumbless, face your hand away from you, and then put your hands together. You don't want to flex your wrists as much as you can. You want to try and keep them strong, so when you pull against them, it's to glue together. Okay, so what I really like with this grip is that when you catch it, you're literally like, oh, that's not coming undone. Alright? So from this position, look, all I can do, let's have it in the position again. Front headlock, whatever scenario I've caught it from. Look, I can instantly catch the reverse grip and put that grip into that pocket up by the neck. I could do my entire game for you. Look, I can tip from this position and then just chain with the grip back from my choke. Okay? But what the reverse grip allows me to do in particular, which I very much like, is from this scenario, it allows me just to sit to the guard and not see the arm is across this time. This is what makes it different here. Okay, the arm was drastic that last time. So we're going to reverse grip here, look. All I do again is just make the space smaller. Okay? It's tight there. Yeah. Alright? And I'm squeezing like, not even 5%. Like literally I'm just literally doing that and you get the finish. If you just went, man, you're just going to cut heads off.
So did you get that finish with the arm on the other side by changes with that grip side?
What do you mean, sorry?
As in like, did you say because his arm was on this side?
Yeah, can I'll show you what I mean. So, like, if I compare this to the last thing I showed you, if the arm is this side of the body and you're wrapped, there's very little purpose to reverse gripping. I may as well just go to conventional anchor and then just sit and hold and just get the finish, yeah? But if, for example, you're like this, if I do the exact same finish you now, okay, even though it will work, but it'll be harder. Like, I got squeeze, got hard neck, okay? But it's that was the same finish, both times. But if I reverse grip from this position, like, it's not, it's just not hard at all. It's a very, very strong grip for the guillotine finish from the scenario in particular.
Do you always go, depending on which side you're choking on?
So I don't dart.
Okay.
So I only play in the neck or on the outside. If I'm forced to go this side, I play Peruvian necktie or I just take the back. I don't dart. Just stylistically for my game, it doesn't work. A dart requires you to put your arm across your body, and I'm a big fan of chest-to-chest pressure. So an anaconda allows you to untie and get chest-to-chest pressure. A dart doesn't. But I know loads of people who go like, oh look, I swear by darts, and I pop a percent off of them. Again, same as I said at the start of the seminar. It's only my opinion. If you've got a good darts, guys, don't stop darting. If I go one time and get wiped out again, I probably get good at more parts of the game. But I developed some of my game, then I started competing, and then it's just snowballed. Everybody want to give the reverse grip a go?
Yeah.
Alright, it's just the choking arm, and then put it up into the ball of the neck there, okay? And then anytime you're going to go to the outside position, you just need to chamber your hands back to a good grip for you. And if you're going to go back to like this side, again you can just chamber the grip to go back to normal darts, conventional grip, okay? Alright, guys, the last technique tonight, guys, then we'll go through any questions you might have, okay? The questions will be anything you want about any part of the game, or anything to do with competing or traveling, okay? Alright guys, 1, 2.
Was that nice?
No. I can't hear you. Over there.
Alright, so first of all, okay, I sincerely hope you enjoy it. Okay, that's the first thing. It's like, I love good jiu-jitsu, but I gotta be honest with you, I actually enjoy it and enjoy fun. Alright? It's like you couldn't make me come to jiu-jitsu if like the room was boring or like if you know Dan Harris, like his instructionals, I can't watch him. His jiu-jitsu is better than mine for sure, and he knows what he's talking about way more than I do. But I'm cool with it, like I'm alright with it. I'd rather just not watch it. Okay? I was like not watching a shit film, I just want to do it. Alright, so like I always think like I'd rather have a good time and then attach that with good technique and hopefully get better. Alright? Because I always think that the sport's just a longevity sport, so it's a long time to get good at something. So if you hate it, you're not going to get good because you're going to quit before that point. Alright, so the first thing is I hope you enjoyed it. Alright? Second thing is obviously I hope you feel like you learned something of value and it was worth your time tonight. Alright guys, so I really hope you get some finishes in the next few weeks. If you don't, by all means, please feel free to message me. Okay, just message me on Instagram, hey Ash, tell your seminar. I do tell you, look, just say who you are and where you met me. Alright? Some people got mental names. If you're like insane names on Instagram, they're like, oh mate, can you help me with the front headlock? Like, who are you? Do you know what I mean? Alright? Just say, hey, my name is Daniel, I met you in Immortal I did a front headlock seminar, I'm struggling with this. And by all means, okay, I'll help you as much as I can, alright, anytime. Alright? I travel quite a lot, I'm on different time zones sometimes, so just be patient with my reply, but I will get back. Alright? And then obviously the last thing, guys, I just want to thank Reese for actually having me up here and hosting. Obviously, not all gym owners do invest in trying to get some talent in and get like some more in-depth information. Obviously, the thing I think is best about seminars is you actually can feel stuff and you can ask questions and you can like physically do things. And instructional, you can't even change the angle you watch it from. So like, it's a lot different experience. Okay? So it's really, like obviously I came up here a few years back, and since then we've been killing the game. The gym's come on leaps and bounds, which is always great to see. Alright guys, so I'll answer a few questions if anyone's got any before we round it up. So does anyone want to Sazov, yep.
You mentioned earlier a way to get to this with like guard pullers and stuff.
Yeah, sorry. So basically, if you're fighting a guard puller, you essentially have to try to pass their guard to get the front headlock, or you can try and commit to a rolling front headlock. So this is actually me and Tom. This is actually what we actually drilled, me and Tom. Okay. So can I use you for a second? Okay. So basically, me and Tom drilled this for an hour a day, every day pretty much for like 2 weeks. All right. So one of us took turns to play guard, and we just basically took in turns of who was attacking front headlock. So either the person on bottom was heisting up, or it was the person on top was trying to get hold of the head. All right. But the other person was only going like 5%, not even. Okay, so all we did is practice like if you go supine, just lay backwards. So all we did is practice like I was practicing. Imagine I was passing his guard, and then if he reached a hand out to try and touch me anywhere like this, I would just see if I could like snap it down and roll over and catch the front head position. And that's all we practiced in front of hour. We would just get back up. And I would just go back into passing. I would try different scenarios. I try to, see, when I come to a knee cut, again, but this person's job is not to try to like, so you're doing like good jiu-jitsu because you keep the sand tight and you wrist control me there. See, so he's doing the exact opposite of what will allow me to practice. So basically his job is literally just to extend this up at some point. Yeah, so as I feel it, then I can just be like, so like now, I might go das, roll through, and go back to anaconda. Okay, so we just practice that for hours, essentially, alright? My biggest success with this when it comes to guard passes is to go to a knee cut position, pin them flat, and then basically allow them to get this underhook. So I just put this arm wide, and then when they do that, they've got no choice but to start bucking you up. And when they buck you up like this, you put your knee on the top, and then from there you can just commit over to the head. Okay, so that's my most success. And then, for example, in the most recent standards I've been teaching, if I really want to try and get the front headlock, I've just been passing people's guards because people keep their heads away from me. Then I try to pin them, and again, I just let one of the arms underhook me. Because whichever arm underhooks me, on the far side for me.
How's that?
Yeah, see there? So if they get this underhook, well, they're going to turn up to like turtle. If they turn up here, I get the head. If, for example, I pin this arm, and then this arm comes underneath my body, then again, he's just going to turn out. Yep, turn. Look. Yeah, so basically any scenario they unhook you and turn, you'll catch the position. Alright. Any other questions? Yep.
Competing, obviously you compete a lot.
Yeah.
Would you suggest to compete as much as you can if you could?
Yes.
Yeah.
100% okay? Like, I'm honest about it. It's nothing to do with winning. Nothing to do with winning, okay? Like, it's easy for me to say, because I do say all the time, like, look, if I was still losing, I'd still compete. But I don't lose that frequently, so it's hard to say it, because I don't know. As in, I might lose 10 times and be like, oh, I guess I'm going home. Do you know what I mean? But the truth is, like, I always see, like, when you compete, it's almost like, I don't know, your boss might say, hey man, look, in 3 months we're going to do a review of your work. You've got to probably dial in a little more, you're going to lock in, you can do that much better, and your work, your day-to-day activity is going to be a bit more punctual, you're probably going to be more goal-focused. And the same as like if you book a tournament, this isn't true for everyone, because some people book tournaments and just don't care, and maybe just get high and drunk every weekend and then go compete, do you know what I mean? Like, you can also do that, because it'll still help you actually go out and experience competing. But the truth is, I always find once I book something, my schedule now becomes more determined towards that. And even if you lose the tournament day, you still get the 3 months of progress from when you decided to do the tournament. And that's why I think people underestimate. You know, like they underestimate the fact that that tournament made you 10% better in every session, and therefore with 3 months it's actually a massive gain. I think that's a big underestimation. The second thing for tournament, obviously I think it's great to be out of your comfort zone. I think it's great to test yourself against your peers. In the gym, it's very easy to hide, to be safe. You know, I'm honest, I competed at white belt. I competed 2 weeks after starting jiu-jitsu, and I did not win, let me tell you. And I didn't just not win, I got the living piss kicked out of me. From match after match after match. And then I lost. I just went online, and I was like, jiu-jitsu competitions. I just booked the next one. I just kept doing that until I won a match. Also, look, when people go like, Ash, how do you get good? I was like, oh, well, what I did is I just turned up, and I just kept doing that, really, do you know what I mean? But when I turn up to train, you know? I don't turn up to socialise, I don't turn up for fun with friends. I'm not like, if you wanna go and socialise, we'll go through that before or after training. I'm not coming to train and you're going, oh mate, you watch this series. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm in jiu-jitsu, man. I wanna learn jiu-jitsu, like, I'm not here to talk about like that type of stuff, you know? I wanna dial in, alright? So like, for me, it's personally about being like selfish with my time, and when I compete, it makes me selfish with my time. Alright, like, I just signed a contract for a match now, in like 8 weeks against Fabricio Andrade. So if you know Fabricio Andrade, he's literally an absolute killer. Like geez Louise, it's gonna be a hard match. But as soon as I get home now, I've been home for 4-5 weeks, as soon as I get home, I am doing family time, you know, I'm not doing catching up with friends. I'm just going to go to the gym, I'm going to go train, going to do cardio, and I'm going to give myself the best possible chance to win. So that's what I think is going to book tournaments, you know. The last thing I say about booking tournaments is if you lose, do not make it that you are shit. That's the unfortunate side of tournaments. People go, and when they lose, the first thing they say, oh, I'm so shit. Like, there's 2 reasons why that's terrible. 1, it's disrespectful to yourself. 2, it's disrespectful to that guy. Also, the only reason you won today is because I was shit. What a load of bullshit, man. If someone else told me that, if I just beat you and you were like, oh, I had a terrible day today, maybe I had a fucking bad day, but I still beat you, dumbass, didn't I? You know what I mean? Like, it's just not a very nice way to think about things. It's just implying the fact that the outcome was based on the fact that you are shit. It is just ridiculous. It's offensive to both people. If someone beats me, I go, fuck, fair play, mate. You must work really hard. Because I damn sight worked hard. Like, I worked hard. If you want to beat me, you're going to have to work hard. So at least just give people credit, innit? Where it's due. Like, if someone beats you, don't be an asshole about it. Just be like, mate, fair fucking play. You're good. It doesn't even make you bad. You could still be good. But they're just a little bit better than you. There is don't stress. If you're trying to lose, just never tell yourself you're shit. It's like, it's horrible to do it. Horrible. Alright? Any other questions? Yep.
When you sort of started competing and were working through, you said like darts isn't part of your game. Was that through trial and error, or did you create your own?
Back in the day, I say about games, guys. Okay, like, you have to trust me. Anyone who thinks they've got a game other than the black belts, you just lying to yourself, essentially. You're just lying. Oh my god, I'm a wicked guard passer. Come on. Grow up, you're lying. You know, like, you're statistically not very good at most of jiu-jitsu. If you're a white or blue belt, you're just not good, are you? So it's just, I'm not being horrible, but like, it's like, if I went to the Olympics for, I don't know, any sport, I'd be dog shit compared to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they qualified good athletes. I'm a white belt. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, like, don't even consider the option of having a game. What I would say to you is, well, say for example, if you get some good information by your coach, I would just practice it. And then I'd practice it as much as I can. Then when we go to a tournament, I would just try to do it. And that's literally, the reason why I think I got good fundamentals and good details and like basic techniques is back when I was a white and blue belt, there was no Instagram, there was no BJ Fanatics, there was no flow grappling, there was nothing, there was nothing online. If my coach, I swear to God this is true, which I'm down, when I first class I ever did, my coach showed me this for guard passing, okay, like back. He was just like, look, we're going to pressure the feet, and we're going to throw the legs out the way and pass the guard. And I was literally like, oh my God, you're so fucking clever. This is genius. That's literal dog shit. I'm literally terrible, do you know what I mean? But the truth is, like you would not believe how good jiu-jitsu's gone in the last 15 years. Like, it's unreal. I find it insane when people can't get good these days. I'm always like, you're mental. Like, fuck, man. For me to get good, I was like coming to every single class. I was sitting there like every single detail I can. I'd go home and drill it for hours with my brother. I just drill it and drill it and drill it because it's the only jiu-jitsu I could ever get. Now people are like, oh, I saw this cool thing on Instagram. Like, just put your phone down, man. Just stop watching it, you mean? Just like get good information, practice, spar it, compete it. Do that enough times, you get good. For sure, you know? Any other questions, guys? Any techniques or any positions?
So, you're engaging a guard puller in the seated guard. What's the best way to basically engage with somebody coming at you in the seated guard like this?
Yeah, guys, seated guards are becoming very popular because outside passing is basically taken off. So, if you don't understand what I mean by that, okay, so basically if you lie on your back, this used to be very popular, like staying in the supine position, like lying down. But basically what the game changed over a year and a half ago is everyone doing this. Basically everyone's running around the outside of the guard and staying away from the leg tie-ups in particular, where it used to be very, very fashionable or very like meta-based to come inside and really crush into the person, okay? So now people play like outside, or they play what we call like body lock or tripod passes, so they go super, super tight. Which basically means that supine is very difficult to play because they're running around you and then smashing into you. So if you're seated and you play a seated guard, it's actually much harder to run around you because you get access to wrestle ups. Okay, so seated guards become more popular now. A lot of people play it as a go-to. Okay, so basically what I'd say is if you're coming to a seated guard, the best way to think about seated guard is literally you may as well consider them a standing opponent. So you're basically wrestling. Yeah, so the easiest way to treat seated guard is just literally think, I'm wrestling this person. When you wrestle somebody, if you get like behind them, you're winning. Do you know what I mean? If you get double unders, you're winning. Do you know what I mean? All wrestling things that would be considered normal in wrestling, if you do that from a seated position, you're going to win the outcome. So essentially when I come into a seated guard, I always try to match head height and never allow their head to go lower than my head. And in basically case of hand fighting to either like push the shoulders, snap on the head, or lift the feet. But essentially you're basically just wrestling. Yeah, that'll be the crux of it.
I got one. If there's something in particular I want to work and I'm rolling with whoever, I know you said when you drill, you do that specific thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
If I'm just rolling, just sparring, am I going to try my best to get to that position, or just if it comes up?
Yeah, it's a great question, because basically, guys, what you're asking essentially is how do you spar to progress?
Yeah, pretty much.
And basically what I tell everyone is if you're just sparring to win, you're basically just doing fitness, you may as well go to CrossFit. I never spar without trying to achieve an outcome. I'm not trying to win. To me, like a win is the outcome I'm trying to do that day. So an easy example is, say for example, you're practicing front headlock and they're practicing wrestling, okay? He shoots on me, takes me down, I finish him. What's the score? 1-1. 1-0. Because why would you want the outcome of wrestling be you get submitted? Do you see what I'm saying? So say he takes me down, but doesn't finish the front headlock. I don't finish the front headlock. 1-1. Yeah? So this is what makes jiu-jitsu very hard. It's actually what the difficult part of the sport is. Like say for example, anyone a PT, anyone a personal trainer? You are a personal trainer? Okay, say you write me a program, okay? And I travel all over the world. What's the odds I can follow the program?
Depends on the gym, depends on...
Okay, it depends on the gym,
Yeah.
but roughly do you think I could or couldn't? What most gyms got?
Most gyms have got a bench, most gyms have got dumbbells, barbells. So
Exactly.
about
So statistically, I could maybe go to a gym and work, oh look, I can't do these 3 exercises because I have the equipment. But 90% of the time, I can keep doing the program. But I tell everyone, like, if you go to a gym, the dumbbell doesn't change. Your 10 kilo dumbbell is the same in the UK, Australia, Brazil, America is the same. When you come to jiu-jitsu class, not a single bit of kit is the same. So if you go in and just go, well, I'm just going to spar everyone as hard as I can, what's the odds you're going to get progress?
0.
Nothing. There's nothing, yeah, it's nothing. It would be like going to a gym with no plan, and that gym just changes equipment all the time. It'd be very difficult to get steady progress. The truth is, if I was to spar right now, no matter who I spar, like Tyler, okay, if I was sparring you, you're getting front headlocks up. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Okay, man, woman, child, it makes no difference. Front headlock there, front headlock for you, front headlock for Reese. Anyone can get it, 100%. But that's not saying I'm going to do it. I'd rather try it and fail. And that's why I think it's the difference between someone who's will learn and someone who's will win. If I come in here blind and you all have to be black belts or all white belts, would my goal change? No. 100% not. I would just try front headlock every single person anyway. I tried it yesterday, and he's this absolute fucking hench black dude, and I couldn't do it. I was like, what's the matter though? I don't really care. I just tried it. It's like I'm just trying a technique that I believe could work. If I sparred him indefinitely, then eventually I would have to catch him with it. He might catch me with other things though in the process. But I work in front headlock, so it makes no difference to the outcome of anything else. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The only thing that stops you with those goals, let's change the script for a second. Let's say you're practicing and finishing on the back. Me and you are sparring. How many reps do you get?
Fucking none.
Why?
Because I can't take you back.
Because you can't take it back. That's the only reason goal setting needs to be a little bit considered. Because you can't set ridiculous goals and then expect to achieve them against every single person in the room. What's one thing you could do to help you achieve that goal?
Roll with guys who I know I can take that back.
You could do that, but what also could you do?
Positional sparring.
Okay, when is positional sparring?
Start in a position and go from there. Or?
Yeah, when do you get to do positional sparring?
Can you go?
Also.
Huh? When can you do positional sparring? When?
When you're drilling stuff.
Okay, look, we're going to do 5-5s right now. What's your name?
Connor.
Connor. Hey Connor, can I stand you back?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. It's not hard, right? What's the worst that's going to happen? What could he say? Alright, no worries, let's go anyway. If I say to you, hey mate, come, do you want to start in saddle today? I'm working leg up defense. You want to start saddle? He's going to go, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I would do it for anything. If one of my students came and said, hey, I should start on your back, unless my ego was completely oblivious to that, I would just say, yeah, alright. What's the matter with me? White belt starts on my back, I'm just going to escape and practice my goal anyway. With a black belt comes and says, can I start on your back? I'd be like, oh mate, look, I want to rest and things. So can we do a round, you on my back, the next round we'll rest and you can't pull. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not going against your coach's wish. Your coach saying, look, 5-5, spar. Just because you said, oh, can I start here? You're not being an asshole. You're just practicing. You're just being specific. But I don't see an issue with it. Like, that's how you get good, isn't it? Make sense to everyone, guys? Yeah. I always say the best advice I can give is make training specific. Make it goal oriented. Make it that you're trying to practice something in particular. Don't come training and just show up and then just do some cardio at the end. Don't spar to win. There is no point. Because who actually cares if you win in the training? I mean, you go home feeling like a superstar, don't you? Then you swear when you're like, oh my god, I'm the man driving home, yeah? And then you get snipped by everyone. You go home, music's off, you're going to burn your geese, alright? Come on, think about it. Is that logical? Is that a good way to get good at something? No. You wouldn't get mad at dumbbells, would you? You ever been to the gym and failed your PB? You're like, oh, I could bench 100 last week, today I can't do it. Then you just go logical and you go, oh, to be fair, I didn't eat very good last night. I've overtrained, and I didn't sleep. Those are logical reasons as to why I could not do the same thing this week. In Jiu-Jitsu, what do you do? Oh, I'm shit, I am. You know when you get killed in Call of Duty? What's the number one reason you get killed in Call of Duty?
Shit.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit, man. This game is fucking rigged. This game is rigged, man. I shot him way more times than he shot me. Now I'm dead. It's bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. Come on, son. He's better game than you. Yeah, just be realistic, man. It'll help you get way better stuff all the time. Alright, guys. Any last questions for finish off? Okay, let's line up in the walkers. I'm just going to shake his hand to finish off, guys, and then we'll take a photo, yeah? If you can, you can follow the kind of thing through, okay? Oh, last thing to mention, if you want it, guys, it's yours. It's up to you. You can take the offer if you want. But if you sign up to my app on the App Store, I'll give you a month free for attending the seminar, okay? After a month, you just cancel it. It's like it's not like you won't get billed or anything. It's not there. It's not a big deal. But basically, I've got like 300-400 videos on there. The one thing I recommend you go on there for is there's a course on front headlock defense. So I would personally just get a 3 month and watch that and drill it, because it'll give you both sides. It's just called like Ash Williams flow charts on that stuff. If you've got trouble finding it, guys, just message me, or I'll just message you recently. You can put in a group chat, whatever. But yeah, if you want a month free, guys, you just set up an account and I'll just give you a month free on it. Alright? Cool. Let's finish off, guys. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.